by also doing the recording. And as we've said before, now we will ask you questions that does not involve the x-axis and the y-axis. And this is the example that we have there, right? So unfortunately, the lines have been drawn in.
Sir, the video just paused. What is going on?
Patience, imagine patience.
He's on the phone.
Patience. Please drink your immune boosters, guys.
Oh, sorry, guys, I had a call here. I just needed to do that. All right. So I don't want to have that interference on the recording. That's why I mute my mic, right? So as I've said, this one's the questions are now a little bit difficult, right? So you have to know what you are talking about and what you are doing. So the first one says now reflect shape T in the line x equals to 2, all right? Maybe for this one, again, let's use GeoGebra. So I want to just recreate T quickly so that at least when we are doing it,
Question.
yeah, ask a question.
Send in the exam when we
Yes.
draw the shapes and stuff now.
6.
When we label them, are we supposed to put that thing?
Which one?
Yeah. Say if you go back, the T's are different. This is the original one,
Yes.
and then the other one.
Yes, I called that. I don't know if you listened before. I called that. This one is the original T. This one is T prime, and this one is T prime prime or prime 2. Okay. So the prime is just like our trying to say our image. First image, second image. Okay. So we give them different.
Always put that.
Yes, you give them different names, so because they are not the same, they are different, right? This one is -1, -2, -3, and 5. -1, -2, -3, and 5. And the other one is 2 and -2, 2 and -2. Okay, the reason I'm using GeoGebra here is because I want us to not see the what you call it. I don't want us to focus on those blue lines. I want to have a clear shape where we can now at least focus on and see where everything is coming from. Okay, so with this one over here, it says we have to reflect the shape T in the line x equals to 2. So the x equals to 2 is where I first want to go on. So when you are here at x, I go to my x-axis, there's the 2, right? So this line over here, you see the straight line, that is my x equals to 2 line, okay? So this whole thing here is x equals to 2. So that is how x equals to 2 looks like. And this is one of the things that I mentioned, that instead of us reflecting it on the y-axis, all right, this one is the y-axis, but this is called x equals to 2, all right? All the points on this line, we have explained this before, the x values are always 2. For D and for E, there will be x equals to 2. So instead of us going now from, which one can I use a segment? I'll use a segment if you want to verify. Instead of us going from A to here and then here, we have to go now all the way until here. All right, let me make this one now big because we know where we need to reflect it. And I'm just going to change the colors as we draw in some things. All right. Again, as I said, instead of us going here, all right, let me bring in this one to help. Instead of us going like this, one, and then say one here, that is wrong. We have to use the correct reflective line, and that is this one over here. So we have to go 1, 2, 3, and that is 3 until we reach the line. Then we go across again, 1, 2, 3, and that is where our new point is going to be. Okay, so that will be where our point will be. That will be the point that we need to reflect it on. And then we do the same thing for all of them. In this one, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it will go again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the point. And once we get the point, we just label the point over there. We do the same thing for the last one. 1, let's just write it in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we basically do it, and then that will be the point. And once we have our points, then we just connect the points together, and we will have our reflected shape. And by default, we don't need those lines anymore because we just want to see the reflection shape. And that is how we would reflect it on line x equals to 2. Okay, that is for x equals to 2. The next one, I'm just going to move this out of the way now. The next one, okay, the next one is x equals to y. This is a very important one. That is that line over there. Okay, so with x equals to y, for that, in order for me to basically draw it in, that is the line that we have to reflect it on. Can I change the color? So since, okay, this color that I just used is a normal one, so the computer sees it. I just changed the color to pink. That is the one we need to reflect it on. And that is now one of the ways we also need to reflect. So again, we are not reflecting on the y-axis and we are not reflecting on the x-axis, okay? So we need to find a way, how do we do it when it comes to this one? So over here, they did, this line again is easy. It's easy because it is y equals to x is like the corners. You can see the corner from this one to the line. It's like half. It's like a triangle that is formed, right? So it's like taking diagonal lines of the blocks. So we can just use this and say, okay, we're going diagonally once. That's one diagonal. That's another diagonal. That's 2. And it's already a perpendicular line because this line must be perpendicular. Can you see? All right. So I just want to move that point further if it doesn't want me to move it further. Okay, to take it back. So I hope that makes sense. Let me use this because it doesn't change. That is the diagonal line, 2 of them. So I continue 1, 2, and that will be my first point. This one again, we go diagonally 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4. All right. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4 also. This one, it's diagonal. We go 1, 2, 3 and a half. I also go a half. 1, 2, 3. That is the points we want. that is the points we want. So we will just put in the points there so that we can at least see where they are. Once we have those points, we draw in a line with our ruler to join the points. And finally, since we don't need these green lines anymore, we remove them. And that is now how we reflect it on this line, y equals to x. Okay, so that is basically how it is. And I've removed those other lines because it looks a little bit confusing when we are at over here. It's a little bit difficult to explain what we're going on. All right, but the explanations is exactly the same. All right. However, that was an easy question. All right. I repeat and say it was easy because I want you to attempt this one, and then for the next lesson we will come back to this one. This one is not the same as y equals to x. It's just not the same diagonal here. There's that extra different spaces that you need to keep in account, and that is why I said this will be for your homework that you need to figure out how will we go about this exactly. All right, and again, it looks very tempting to say just go like this and like this. Trust me, it's not the same thing. We are not reflecting on this line. No, don't go on that line. We are on this line over here. Okay, just take note of that. Right. Yes.
When is the next lesson?
Yeah, we will decide after in the group. All right, guys, I've been here now for an hour and about 30 or so minutes. Rotation, I think we will leave for the next lesson after we come back to the homework. And I will also post homework on Google Classroom in the groups just to see if you understand this as well, and extra notes. So I don't want to force everything with you. But the video will be available. Yes, please ask your question.
Now, sir, what about those kids that are not on this shanty? How will they know?
I am now, I made a recording. I've made a recording. So if you can share the recordings with those kids, it's fine. If not, then I also don't know. So as a teacher, I've done all I can do. The rest is up to you to decide if you want.
But what if some of them have a choice? So some of them maybe they don't have any like phones and stuff. Now we're just gonna live like this.
I don't know now what to do. You tell me now, what should I do? Then tell the government to stop lockdown.
Afternoon classes. I will.
The point is, listen here, guys. Listen here very carefully. The point is, we do not know when the government will say we will go back to school. So instead of us not knowing, it's a problem. But what we do know is you will write your exams. That is a fact. You will write your exams.
We'll see about that.
There's no, you cannot, you will not by any, you can go on social media and make a hashtag, but you will write your exams. Come again?
Sir, please.
How does it feel to teach them?
So we know.
Victoria's question.
What is Victoria's question?
So please ask for the exam timetable so we know now.
Yeah, I will ask Mr. Ashiti the exam timetable and then he will forward it to me. But as you know, because the calendar has changed, so I know that the ministry is currently looking at readjusting it because of this new break. They have to readjust the times. And then I will definitely, as soon as I get it, I will send it back to you. But we know it is in August. Yeah.
And sir, ask the group admin to add me. I've been asking ever since.
Guys, please add your fellow mates to the class group. I'm not also the admin. I was just added there.
It's not the first time I'm asking them to add me. It's like they don't want me to pass.
Who's talking, Kave?
No, it's
Victoria, sir.
Hey, Victoria, what did you do to the class?
Wasudha is the group admin.
Okay. Unless if that is the case with Wasuta, I would suggest we make a new group and then I will go into that new group and mathematics will only be in that group. Otherwise, if you don't add the people and you are stingy with
Yes,
your group, you can be alone in your group and be happy.
Yeah.
And the rest of us who wants to pass will go to the group that everybody is in. So please add people.
Hilaria, you're even admin. Why don't you add Victoria?
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
Well, all the admins will stay in that group. The rest of us will go to a group.
Excuse me.
You are admin, add the people. Or you will stay alone with your admin
What?
in that group. How many
Just add
admins are there?
Victoria.
Okay. Yes, can we go now?
Anyways, have a nice day, sir. See you when I see you.
Okay,
Bye.
I will post
Sir,
the
please
videos.
put on your mask. even on the
Victoria,
Zoom.
on the questions you asked the other day, do you still want us to quickly go
Yes.
through them or not?
Sir,
Oh,
I have
that's what
another question
Yes,
regarding linear programming.
but I first want to know if this question you asked, are you okay with it?
Oh, no, sir. Yeah, we can look at it, but the others you can go if you want. You don't need to stay.
Yeah, so the question was, you don't know how the textbook got the answers, especially over on this side, right? So I just want to quickly show you what we have here. So I will start with I'll do A and I'll do G, and I'll probably do one on the side. Let's do F, okay? So those are the three that we will do. So for A, mind my handwriting, I hope you follow. A, we have X minus bracket 5, ish. Let me just this back. 5 minus X. I'm trying my very best to write it down. So the first thing you need to note, Victoria, is the following, that this negative here, that means there's a -1 in front of the bracket, okay? This is a -1. So actually the whole thing is like this, X minus 1 bracket, must write slowly, 5 minus X. That -1 is invisible, right? So first we must remove the bracket. So the -1 we multiply with everything inside the bracket, like we did normally in the class, removing the brackets. The -1 will multiply the 5 and the -1 will multiply the -X, okay? Then you will have X, since it's already there, -1 times 5 will give me -5. -1 times -X will give me plus X. Okay, and now we just group the like terms together and simplify. So I have X plus X minus 5. X plus X is 2X minus 5. And you will see in your textbook, that is how they got 2X minus 5. All right. With number G, with G first, then we go to F. I hope that is clear, né?
Yes, sir.
Vicky.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with number G, we had 3 bracket 4 minus A, close the bracket, minus 2 bracket 1 plus 3A. And this one again, I think this one is straightforward, simple. You just, everything multiplies in the bracket. This is a -2 that multiplies everything in the bracket. Okay, so 3 times 4 will give me 12 minus 3 times minus A will give me 3A. And then -2 times 1 will give me -2. -2 times positive 3 A will give me -6A. Then we just group the like terms. I have 12 minus 2 minus 3a minus 6a. I just brought the minus 2 first, and then that one. This will give me 10 minus 9a. Okay, minus 3a minus 6a is minus 9a. And that is what the textbook should always also have. Another version of this would be minus 9a plus 10. If you put a 10 on the other side, that is that one. And then finally, the last one is f. So I have x bracket x plus y, close the bracket, plus y bracket x minus y. Okay, this looks very similar to our quadratic equations and formula things. So x again will multiply everything inside the bracket. The y will multiply everything inside the bracket. So the first answer will be x squared. X times x is x squared, plus x times y is xy. Then we have plus y times y is y squared. It's a positive y. Sorry about that. It's a positive y minus times a negative y. So instead of plus, it will be minus y squared.
Isn't it y times x plus?
Okay, I went to the y first instead of the x. So this will just be y times x is just xy. I'm doing alphabetical order first, right? So y times x is just xy, and y times minus y will be minus y squared. Whether I did the y squared first or the xy second, it will still be the same answer. Doesn't matter, because the y is multiplying everything inside the bracket. Then we just add the like terms. The only like terms we have in this case is just the xy and the xy. Please note that y times x is the same as x times y. So your answers, they are the same. So you rewrite this, you get x squared, right, plus 2 xy, because there are two of them, right? And then we have minus y squared. And that's how we get the answer in the textbook. And to confirm, yes, those are the same answers that I see here in the textbook. All right. Yeah. So any other questions, please post them and then we will get back to you.
All done.
Bye.
Okay, bye.